Yeah, and I'm here with Danielle at Blackberry Creek Sanctuary, and we're going to be talking about chickens. So, most people think that chickens aren't very smart. Is that true?
That is not true. We have a lot of idioms in our culture like bird brain and things like that, but chickens are actually really intelligent. They have a skill called object permanence, which they develop much earlier than human babies. Human babies don't develop it till they're 2, 3 years old, and that is when you hide an object, they know it still exists. So for example, if you put a toy under a blanket, the baby will think it's gone from existence, and that's why peekaboo is so fun for infants. But chickens actually understand that it's still there, and they will move the blanket to find the object underneath when they're just a couple days old.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's impressive. And they are pretty affectionate, right?
They are. Some chickens like to be cuddled and hugged, and some don't, but we like to ask them first before we pick them up, and usually they're okay with being snuggled on for a little while.
And so they're pretty brutally treated for eggs. People think that, eggs don't kill animals, so it's fine, but they're actually treated really, really terribly. So for every female chicken, there is a male chicken that is killed. So at a factory farm, the male chickens are taken at only a few days old and dropped into a machine that chops them up, which is, while they're still alive, which is extremely brutal.
Yep, that's one of the main problems with eating eggs, even from backyard hens, is what happens to all those roosters. It's really difficult because hatcheries don't have any good use for the roosters. The kind of chickens that are bred for eggs are not the same as the ones that are bred for meat, so those roosters meet a pretty terrible fate, like Olivia mentioned, right from the very beginning. Also, you can see that this is Ethel, by the way, and Ethel's missing the upper portion of her beak. And that's something that Olivia mentioned in the factory farms, especially in the caged facilities. These girls are from a pasture-based farm, actually, and she still has part of her beak removed, so it can happen at multiple different facilities. But they actually debeak them, so they cut the top part of their beak off, which is a nerve-rich area, so it's really painful. They cut it off with a hot blade so that they don't peck each other when they're in the cages or the warehouses, even places that claim to be cage-free. They still pack them in pretty tight, and they still have mutilations done when they are when they're babies.
Wow, that's really brutal.
I know, it's sad, huh?
Is pasture the same as what people call free range?
That's a great question. The industry has a whole bunch of different terms. So there's cage, there's cage-free, there's free-range, there's pasture-based. They're all a little bit different. Pasture-based means they do have some access to grass, but it doesn't mean that the boys aren't killed or that their chickens themselves, the hens, are not mutilated with the debeaking. The other thing is, even if they don't debeak them, we do have quite a few hens who have their beaks, which is good because obviously that's helpful for them to eat. And the other issue we face with them are reproductive cancers. So because they're forced to lay so many eggs, they have a lot of ovarian tumors, they get cancers, they get egg peritonitis, and we lose a lot of them earlier than their natural lifespan would be.
That's terrible.
I know. But Ethel seems pretty excited to be loved on by you.
Yeah. Well, chickens are a love, and we really don't want them to be treated brutally. So give up eggs. It's totally worth it.
Absolutely. There's so many great alternatives to eggs for baking and for cooking. You can find some of those on our website, and maybe we'll do another show about that one day.
And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I have tons of fun videos coming for you, and I have lots of other videos I've already created that you can watch, and I hope you like this video. Bye!
Bye!